Hi, welcome to the mobile Baroque studio. I'm here in Tanglewood and I've decided to make some short videos about some of the things that I talk about over and over in lessons so that you can access them. And I'm going to start out with equipment. And the first piece of equipment is the reed. Now, in order for me to be able to feel like I can control the oboe, I need certain things out of a reed. And this is what they are. Basically, my good reeds will play an octave on their own. And that's usually from E flat to E flat. Now that's based on descriptions of Matteo Bisoli's reeds, who played in Padova in the early 18th century, and also Philidor's reeds. They could get an octave out of their best ones. And for me, that octave is E flat to E flat in the 4/15 Baroque oboe. Now, it crows a B flat, and I play everything on a G. So when I'm playing very low notes, I'm making a G sound on the reed. When I'm playing very high notes, I'm making a G sound on the reed. So again, that's E flat. That's the crow. And that's where I play. Now, if you play a different model oboe with different size reeds, those things might be different for you. This is not a standardized world, but it's important that you know what you want out of a reed. Otherwise, feel like you're kind of floundering. You should know what you expect it to do. And so, the response should be really easy. Look, I can get a sound out of a reed without even putting my lips on it. That means that air moving through the reed produces a sound. I can control it. If I just blow as hard as I can up to the point where air starts leaking out of my mouth, the pitch stays the same. There's no breaks in it. And that will give me the control that I need. Now, even the best reed on the best tuned oboe, and I'm going to assume that your oboe is well tuned, can work or not work depending on how it fits in. So whatever your setup is, whatever your reeds crow, however it works best, it's going to be hugely affected by how far in it goes, right? And this is not an exact science. I could give you a millimeter measurement, but that's not it. What it's about is that these two notes, D and E, and C. C, the shortest note on the oboe, and D, the longest note on the oboe, are in relation to each other. So I should be able to play D, C, and without making any great adjustments, the pitch is going to be right. If the C is too sharp when you move to it, without making any adjustments, that means the reed is in too deep. If the C seems too low compared to the middle D, then your reed is not going in deep enough. Because if you think about it, how far you put in the reed affects the C much more than it affects the D, because the acoustical length is only this far as opposed to this far. Right? So moving the reed around won't affect the long fingerings very much. So the sweet spot is where they meet. And so if you have a reed that meets those criteria and it's inserted into the oboe, a well-tuned oboe, so that those two octaves line up, you're in business and you're ready to start playing.